Hello and welcome to the video number 5, which is all about publishing and pricing with Amazon DTP. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about some basic information publishing wise. We're going to use the website, which is Amazon DTP. It's a website that gives you the ability to upload your files to the site, and then you can, choose publishing features, options, and then pricing and things like that. Now, we recommend that you do it about $9.99 or lower because most of the Amazon Kindle ebooks are $9.99 or lower. And there's different pricing structures that Amazon Kindle gives you. There's actually two ways of making money. And I'll go into that a little further when I actually show you how to use the site. Now, remember that we talked about researching and brainstorming your ebook. Well, if you remembered, we actually showed you how to go to Amazon and observe your competition. So it's very important to observe the Amazon Kindle competition that is going against you. Because if you can think, okay, most of these books are $9.99 or around that number, and they're all on the high end, that means you can position yourself on the high end as well and maybe start a little bit on the lower end. But if all the books are, $1.99 to $3.99, then guess what? You might have to stick around that lower end. If you go too further and all the books in that area are a certain price, then your ebook may not be sold as much. So that's just something to keep in mind. So with that said, let's move on and upload the files and choose different options, and I'll show you what to do in just a minute. Okay, so this is the fun part. On this part, I want you to go to the internet and go to dtp.amazon.com. At this location, you can log in. If you don't have an account, then go ahead and sign up. Since I already do have an account, I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, so I just logged into Amazon DTP, and what I need to do is simply click on Add New Title. At this page, it's fairly easy to fill out. All you have to do is fill out your book information and then the rights and pricing. Now, before you get started, you will need a few things. You're going to need the document or the ebook, which can be in doc format, PDF format, or HTML. Now remember we talked about, converting the doc to HTML. You can use the doc file if you want, but the purpose of showing you all of that was, in case you do use images and things like that. But it was just a good learning experience to be able to know how to use a WYSIWYG tool, which can apply later on too as well. But anyways, for the book basics, you're going to need your title, you're going to need the author information, the description, keywords, and roughly the price that you want to put. Now I'm going to give you and show you different options that you can price and revenue sharing and things like that. So enter the title. And if this is part of a series, then you can click this checkbox, enter the series title, and enter the volume. Of course, this is not part of a series, so I don't need to enter that. Edition number, I don't need to enter that too. The description is what people are going to see when they go to the Amazon Marketplace, so you'll want to make sure that you enter the correct keywords into the description box here. You will be able to enter keywords as well, optional, but I would highly recommend that you do that. I recommend entering the keywords not only here, but entering the keywords in description here in, format of a description. So I'm not going to enter the whole thing, but you kind of get the idea. If you want to kind of get some templates, you can always go to Amazon.com go find a similar product and I don't recommend that you copy word by word or anything like that, but let's say for example dating rocks. You can kind of get an idea, okay, of the title and the product description here. This is what people are going to see, so make sure that you list, you can list your table of contents and things like that, but you can go here, get an idea of what other people are listing for their description, especially successful Amazon Kindle books, and then kind of get an idea and enter your own information here. But I don't recommend plagiarizing, definitely not. But you can always go there and look at it so that you have a good idea of what to put. So once you've entered the description, then you can add book contributors. Book contributors are basically the authors. So you want to enter your first name and your last name. You can add several contributors if you want to. Let's say you partnered with another person or you interviewed someone else and they are your co-author on that book. So you could add another person. And then you can select the title. You can have an author, an editor, illustrator, foreword, narrator, introduction, things like that. So go ahead and add that and we'll click on save and I'll see you on the other side. Once you're done with that, then you can enter the publishing details. The language, of course, is going to be in English. Publication date today is August the 5th. Publisher and ISBN. Now, these are optional, so I'm going to leave that blank. Publishing rights, remember that I talked about that Amazon does allow you to include public domain works, but they will require you to provide, information and proof on that. This is not a public domain work, so I'm going to click no. Then you want to browse and search for categories. Since this is online dating, it's probably going to be in the romance section. If there is a romance section, let's see here. There is no romance section, but I'm sure we can find something. Maybe family and relationships. Love and romance. Life stages. We could target certain life stages, school age, teenagers. Alright, so once you're done, click on save. And then you will want to enter your keywords. It says optional, but I recommend that you enter your keywords because when people are trying to find you, they're going to be entering those keywords to find you. And if you don't know what keywords to rank on, you could even look at successful Kindle ebooks just to get an idea. Alright, so if I go back here and you search for keywords or tags, you will see the tags that are associated with this product. So you could even use the same tags in your results. So dating, online dating, relationships. If it's dating for women, then put dating for women. If it's dating for men, dating for women, dating for men. So those could be our keywords, but it says it's optional, but I highly recommend that you do that. Then you'll need to upload your product image. This is optional, but like the keywords, you just need to upload that as well. Now, I don't have a product image for this example, so I'm going to skip that. But if you're doing this, you definitely want to find somebody to create image for you. If you don't know where to create, book images, then you can look for somebody who is familiar with e-cover designs. And sometimes I go to places like warriorforum.com and I look under, for example, Warriors for Hire, and then I look for people that can design book covers. Now, keep in mind that if you are hiring somebody to do a product image, you make sure that the images they get are legally, you can actually use them. So I would recommend you go to a site called Big Stock Photo and go through, look for pictures, and then send them to the designer so that your product image cover is legitimate. With that aside, book content, it says select a digital rights management. What this means is that whether or not you want to protect it. So if I enable digital rights management, that means that people cannot share the ebook. If I don't really care, then people can share that if they want. But in this case, it's an actual book. I will want to protect that. Now you want to select the book content file. So click on Browse for Book. And like I said, you can select the HTML file, you can select the doc file, or you can select any PDF file. In this case, I'm going to select the HTML file and click Upload Book. Now it's converting the book file to Kindle format. And then we'll click Save and Continue. As you can see, it's perfectly uploaded and converted. We can actually preview the book if we want to. So we can see it looks good, so we're good to go. We can save and continue. And now we're looking at content rights. Because I want to reach everybody, I'm just going to put worldwide rights. I really don't care about specific territories. The only time you would really worry about, specific territories is if your book was, let's say, in a specific state. Your book was specific for a specific country. Then you might want to click the territories. Now, Amazon DTP, they give you two options. They give you 35% royalty or 70% royalty. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, why wouldn't I want the 70%? Well, that's all about pricing. If you price your book more than $9.99, then you're going to have to click this. If it's less than $9.99, then you get 70% royalty. Now, keep in mind, what is your competition? If it's all the books are $14, $12, $10, I recommend going with $9.99 because you get 70% royalty, plus you might stick out because you're a lot cheaper. So I'm going to do that, and then the list price, I'm going to put it as $9.99. Delivery fee, we're going to allow it to calculate it. So delivery fee is $6.99, or that's actually the amount that you get, your royalty. And then Amazon takes the rest. Once we're done, you click the checkbox, and then you click Save and Publish. And then I believe within 48 hours for English books, they pretty much will approve it. Otherwise, they'll tell you what to fix. But 2 to 3 days for non-English books. And if you're not ready to publish it yet, you can always click Save for later. But that's pretty much how to do it. And within 48 hours, depending on what your book is, it should be approved and it should get onto Amazon.com. So as you can see, it's fairly easy to publish and price your book. So the next video I'm going to talk about, what next? How do you promote your ebook? And just keep in mind that on autopilot, you are going to be able to make, a couple $100, but you want to take that further and make a lot more money. But how do you do that? So let's talk about that in the last video. Congratulations, you are at the end of this video series. You're at video 6. We're going to be talking about promoting and marketing your ebook on Amazon Kindle. Now, you might be thinking, oh no, I've got to do a lot of marketing like SEO, search engine optimization. I've got to do PPC, Google AdWords, this and that. Now, what I want you to do is think simple. Put aside the PPC, put aside all of this marketing that you already know. If you don't know any of that, then great. Because I'm going to show you some simple steps that you can implement starting today that actually can build relationships and get more sales and more potential prospects to your Amazon page to buy your ebook for Amazon Kindle. You can use the same method with regular Amazon ebooks. Now, just a brief idea, we're going to talk about, including a link on your personal website to the Amazon page where your book is listed. Now, that is pretty simple. Do that first. Second of all, we're going to talk about reviews, customer reviews. We're going to talk about Amazon community, how to get involved with people in the community. And then we're going to talk about observing your competition. So with that said, let's go to Amazon and let me show you how to do this. Alright, so the first step, make sure that you put a link to your Amazon Kindle page from your personal website. And what might be a good idea is I would recommend that you create a post that has information on it. For example, a blog post. You don't necessarily have to say buy. Provide some information. You can grab some of your best information out of your ebook and put it on a blog post. Now, you don't have to put all of your good information, just a snippet. It's just an excerpt, just something that will pull somebody in and build a relationship and build trust. And then somebody might be interested in purchasing your Amazon Kindle ebook or your Amazon book, whatever you're promoting. So that's the first step. The second step is to go on Amazon.com and become part of the community. So it says, what's your interest? Online dating. We can find like-minded people or people who are in the same situation or people that are looking for this type of information in the Amazon community. Now, that doesn't mean to go to the Amazon community and just start spamming people and start telling people, hey, buy this, hey, buy that. But you want to be an active person in there and start providing useful information, possibly about online dating. So as you can see, romance is a big thing, so you can always find information, see discussions about online dating and things like that, or even start a new discussion. If you can start a new discussion, you can be controversial. Controversial also builds a lot of eyes and a lot of traffic to your page. So that's the second step. Third step is to become an Amazon affiliate so that you can begin to sell Amazon ebooks and things like that. Now, you could place your Amazon affiliate, your promotion on your page, your ebook on your page, but it's unlikely that you can go to your competition and ask them to promote for you. But here's what I found. If you go to other places like ClickBank, and you find people who are in a similar niche, maybe not exactly online dating. You could find somebody that talks about dating, but not exactly online dating. And they can still be your joint venture partner. So you can go to ClickBank's marketplace, go to their marketplace, find products that are similar, and then see if you can do maybe a joint venture or something. So that would be the third step. Affiliate program. Fourth step is to take your blogs, your blog posts, or even find similar sites. So you can go to Google Blogs, for example, and type in online dating, find online dating blogs, and then read the articles, respond to them, and put a link back to your Amazon site or to your blog posts or anything like that. Bloggers and people that write blogs are actually good sources of traffic because people go there for information, and guess what? They build a relationship with the person, and then you can sell or pre-sell. I wouldn't say hard sell because you're not telling people to buy. You're trying to get people to get to your site, and then after you've built that relationship, then you can sell. So I would recommend blogs, Google Blogs, blogsearch.google.com, as well as Technorati. If you type in Technorati, blogs, and Google, you'll find this page. You can search for blogs here as well. And you can search for WordPress blogs in Google as well. Those are the most basic steps that you can take, and you can do it all within a day of actually submitting your ebook or your Amazon book or whatever you're promoting. Those are the simple steps that I would recommend that you take immediately. Then you can go forth and do pay-per-click marketing, SEO, or whatever other marketing that you want to do. But these are basic enough that you can do it all in a day.